The guy was just out on the water with his family the day before, but when he woke up the next morning, he freaked out. The entire ocean had vanished, just dry land everywhere. And with the ocean gone, all those creatures from the seafloor became humanity's biggest threat. This whole thing started a week earlier. To celebrate their son George's 8th birthday, this Czech couple decided to take the family on a trip. They took their yacht out to this spot in the ocean. Suddenly, their boat started rocking like crazy. The family was shocked to see whales swimming toward land. The dad figured a storm was coming. That's why the whales were all confused and lost. The dad tried to drive the boat back to shore, but the engine was busted. No cell signal either. At least they were anchored on a busy shipping route. But right then, the radar showed something approaching. Then they heard this roaring sound getting louder and louder. They rushed to the deck to see what was happening. A flaming rock crashed into the ocean. Before they could even react, they saw a bigger, faster meteor speeding down and slamming into the water nearby. Jack had no clue what was going on, but he immediately tried to get the boat out of there. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't start the engine. While he was messing with it, this massive meteor came flying straight at them. Luckily, it just grazed the boat as it went by. They all rushed inside to hide, but more and more meteors kept falling, making the ocean super rough. They were so tiny and helpless. All they could do was put on life jackets and ride it out. The ocean finally calmed down 2 days later, but what they saw outside was even more shocking. In just 2 days, all that water had completely disappeared. As far as they could see, just endless dried up ocean floor. Only the fish and shrimp on their deck proved they weren't hallucinating. After getting over the shock, Jack started studying his map, but his compass was totally broken. They were stuck. They barely had any food left, not enough for the family to last 2 days. That's when their son George had a brilliant idea. He tied a balloon way up high as a distress signal to get rescue teams' attention. Inside the cabin, Jack used the radio and finally got through to this researcher named Chris, who was in a submarine. Chris told Jack that Earth's magnetic field had flipped. Basically, all the ocean water had completely flooded the land. Chris said this wouldn't last long. The flip might happen again, and when it did, all that missing seawater would come rushing back. So Chris told the family to get to higher ground immediately, but their chances of surviving were still pretty slim. When the couple found out Chris's submarine could hold 3 people, they begged him to take their kids to give them a fighting chance. After Chris said yes, the couple started packing supplies with mixed feelings. They planned to rest for the night, then look for the submarine.